So we are saying it is the same. So if you are given like 2x plus 4 equaling to 8. So as you try to find x, what you are actually doing, you are finding the subject of the formula. So you are making x the subject of the formula. So by doing that, you are finding the value of x. So in solving this equation, it is the same as finding, as changing the subject of the formula. So if we have 2x plus 4 equaling to 8, so if we make x the subject of the formula and we take away the 4, so it gives us 2x plus 4 minus 4 equaling to 8 minus 4 as well. So that this now gives us a 0 and then 2x, which is equal to a 4. So here I would say 2x is equal to 4. Then we divide by 2 and here as well by 2. And then we end up with x equaling to a 2. Okay? So in solving this equation, we are making x the subject of the formula. And then I think I can rub that. Is it okay if I rub?
Yes.
So we are now going to our example 1. It's saying the area of the trapezium is given by the formula A is equal to a half h into a plus b. So we are requested to make b the subject of the formula. So what do you think we are going to do?
Yes.
So we have our A. So what are we going to, what will be our first step?
Is to cross multiply.
Is to cross multiply. Maybe this is over 1. So get 2 times A, which gives us 2A is equal to h into A plus B. So we are making B be the subject of the formula. So what are we
Yes.
going to do after this step? What did we do next?
I am going to divide.
So we divide by h, and here as well by h. So this cancels with this. Then we have 2A divided by h. And this is equal to A plus B. So our aim is to remain with the B. So what did we do to the A?
I don't know.
So we are going to take the A to this left-hand side. Okay?
Yeah.
So we
Yes.
should have 2A over h minus A is equal to A minus A plus B. So that this one gives us a 0. And then our B is the same as 2A, 2 capital A minus small a divided by, okay.
H.
Let's take it. So this would be 2A divided by h then minus an A. So one would opt to stop here or to continue and find the LCM of H and 1, which would be H. So our B is equal to 2A divided by H minus A. So we put A over 1, and then we get the LCM of H and 1. So what will be the LCM of H and 1?
H.
No, H. So get H divided by H gives us 1 times 2A. That would be 2A. Then H minus H divided by 1
H. Oh, H.
times A. Times A, it would give us AH. Okay? So we shall end up finally with B equaling to 2A minus AH divided by A. So we shall have made B the subject of the formula.
Yes. What do we remain with again?
Yes, please.
What do we remain with again?
B is equal to 2A,
Yes.
2 capital A minus
Yes.
AH divided by A. Okay, it's here.
Yes.
Let me display it well. So the solution is here. So we have A equaling to half H into A plus B. So we multiplied by 2, like the way you suggested. So that gives us 2A is equal to H into A plus B. Then we divided by H, both sides. And that gave us 2A over H is equal to small a plus B. And then we took the A to the left-hand side, and it became a negative. And then we concluded with B is equal to 2A minus small kh over H. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, maybe slightly. Let me play for you this video. I'm going to send others in the group.
Yes, please.
I think you slightly went off, but what this video is trying to explain is that if we have k is equal to 3n plus 2 divided by n plus 1, and our aim is to make n the subject of the formula. So what we do is to first cross multiply. So we first do cross multiplication by putting this k over 1. Then we can do the cross multiplication to have k into n plus 1 is equal to 3n plus 2. So k times n, what will it give? What is k times n? So k times n will give us kn, then k times 1 will give us k, and this is equal to 3n plus 2. So since our interest is to make n the subject of the formula, so we are going to bring terms in n together. So we are going to transfer the 3n to the left-hand side. And since it is a positive here, when it crosses the equal signs, it becomes a negative. So we shall have kn minus 3n plus k equaling to a 2, since we have moved away the 3n. So this is Kn minus 3n is equal to, so we move whatever is not in n to the right hand side. So when we move k to the right hand side, it will become a negative, since here it is a positive. So as it crosses the equal signs, it becomes negative. So we have minus what? K. Then on the left hand side, we have Kn minus 3n. So we can see that n is common. So we are going to have it outside the brackets. And then inside, when we take away the n, so there it is the same as getting Kn divided by n, and we see what will be left. So what is left there is a k, so we come and write it here. Then minus, so still we get 3n divided by n, because we have already taken it outside. And we see what will remain. So after cancelling the n, we remain with a 3. And this is equal to 2 minus k. So after that, we want to remain with n. So simply divide by k minus 3. And on the other side as well, divide by k minus 3. So that the k minus 3 and k minus 3 cancel out to give us 1. And then our n would be equal to 2 minus k divided by k minus 3. So that would be our answer. Any questions? Deborah, any questions? So then we can continue and still look at given that r minus 2 small r divided by capital R is equal to 3/5. So we as well need to express capital R in terms of small r. So what we do, we just as well do the cross multiplication and correct like terms. And after that, we make sure we remain with capital R on the left hand side. So what we are going to do is just simple. So our capital R minus 2 small r over capital R is 3/5. So we shall as well do cross multiplication. So we get 5 into capital R minus 2 small r, and this is 3 capital R. So 3 times capital R. So 5 times R gives us 5R minus 10 small r, that is 5 times 2 is equal to 3 capital R. So when we get here, we are going to correct terms in capital R alone and the terms that are in small r alone. So we can remain, so we can add, we can transfer the 5 capital R to the left hand side so that we remain with the negative 10 small r is equal to 3 capital R minus 5 capital R. Are we there? Deborah, are you on? So what we do, we shall have negative 10 R is equal to negative 2 capital R. So since our aim is to find, to make capital R the subject, we are going to divide by negative 2 on both sides. So this will cancel out with that, a positive here and a positive there. No negative and negative, then here by 1 and here 5. So we can see that our capital R will give us 5 small r. So I guess it is clear. I've given you this example, something similar to it in your assignment. Make P the subject of the formula. So the formula is S equaling to 3x divided by 2y minus P, then everything minus 1. So our duty there is to find P in terms of y and x. So what we do is to write that expression. So S is equal to 3x divided by 2y minus P minus 1. So we shall have 1 over 1. So that we first find the LCM, which is 2y minus P, and that is equated to S. So we get 2y minus P divided by 2y minus P, and that will give us a 1 times 3x. So that will give minus 3x. Then we subtract 2yp divided by 1, which is 2yp times 1. So that will still remain as 2yp 2y minus p, but we can have it in brackets to avoid confusion with the signs. So we can rewrite this as 3x minus 2y when we open brackets, then plus p divided by 2y minus p. So we can put this s over 1 and then we cross multiply such that we have s into 2y minus p, and that would be equal to 3x minus 2y plus p. So we open brackets on the left hand side. So s times 2y would be 2 sy minus sp, and this is equal to 3x minus 2y plus p. Then we can correct the terms in p on one side and then the terms not in p on the other side. So we can have this negative sp coming to the right hand side. So that would be 2sy equaling to 3x minus 2y plus p, then plus sp. So after transferring the terms in P on the other side, we as well transfer the terms not in P to the left-hand side now. So 3x is positive, so it is going to become negative after crossing the equal signs. Then 2y is negative. After crossing the equal signs, it will change to positive. So that means we shall have 2sy being 2sy minus 3x plus 2y, and that will be equal to p plus sp. So I think there we are good to go. So 2sy minus 3x plus 2y is equal to, so we can see the p is common here. We can have it outside brackets, and then we remain with 1 plus s. After here, we divide by 1 plus s because our aim is to remain with the p, and then here as well, 1 plus s. So 1 plus s on the right hand side will cancel out, will give us a 1, and then we shall remain with p, giving us 2sy plus 2y minus 3x divided by 1 plus s. So when we do that, we shall have made p the subject of the formula. Deborah, are we still together? So I'm going to request that I'm going to send you these videos in this unit. Since you said you cannot access them, you cannot access the course, then you go through those videos, and at the end, I'm going to send an assignment and then the copy of the work in PDF. So make sure after you do that assignment that I will send, and you'll send it back for marking. Otherwise, I'm waiting for the previous work, which you have promised to send immediately after the lesson, such that I can go through it, and then we see what to do next. Otherwise, our lesson has ended here. We meet again.